Just because the house, the way it was designed, like what is over the studio is such a big deal. Like a lot of my friends are like, oh man, my studio's underneath.
Oh yeah. Like the kids'
our
room or
bedroom.
something. Yeah.
And can't play music. But this really has been perfect.
This room immediately tightens up. This feels good.
We treated it all with the whisper wall. And
Is this a second window?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like invisible. That's awesome. What kind of organ is that?
Well, it's not a cool one. No, it's a Hammond. I think it's like an M. I want to say M something 1, 2, 3, one of those numbers.
That's pretty sweet. I like the
That's a
small
family
form
piece.
factor.
That was given to me.
Can you give me a little bit of a background on what got you started in music?
Yeah, I played piano since I was little. You know, I'd always run to my grandma's organ. You know what I mean? Anytime you're at somewhere, at church or somewhere, just going to the piano. And so then my parents put me in piano lessons. I went to school for architecture. But I would do music for fun. And then this guy was in the school of music. He's like, hey, he heard I would make music. And he's like, you should come over to school of music. I'll show you how to record vocals. So I randomly would go over there, and had I known all this stuff I would be learning would eventually lead to me making a CD.
Yeah.
And then that CD made it all the way to Nashville. I produced like a reel of music, and then I produced like a boy band. And then some labels were interested. They told me I should move to Nashville. I could have a career in producing. I moved here June of 2000. A friend of mine from Oregon, Matt Carney, he would come to the studio and he was like freestyling and rapping, and I was really into that kind of like, I would do beats and all that kind of stuff. So put a little CD together, and he got offered a deal. So then he went back home, got his stuff, he moved out, we lived together. We just started doing music on the side, and he ended up signing. And our careers are kind of like tied on a lot of ways because we've worked, 20 plus years on music, so.
And then I see you got like Kelly Clarkson, Toby Mac.
Yeah, when I first started, I did mostly Christian. I love artist development. I really like working with people and doing the whole, finding a sound, coming up with the whole project together.
You also do stuff for licensing, right?
Yeah, do stuff with Music Bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Different
I work
projects?
a lot with a guy named Josh, and he goes by Super Duper.
Okay.
And I'm a bunch of different projects with him. Virgil Arliss, Lone Waves.
Oh.
We have a thing called Daisy Chain, and then I did some stuff for Music Bed on a project called Kenna.
Let's talk about this room for a second.
Yeah.
The treatment in here. What's happening?
It's just regular sheetrock, and I think we went over the top of it of another layer of sheetrock, and then it did 2x2 framing to support all this whisper wall stuff that holds the fabric, and then there's like rock wool behind it that's held by straps, as you can see.
So you got it on the ceilings?
Yeah.
This is drywall though, right?
That's just regular. It was pretty dead already, so.
Yeah, well, it sounds amazing in here. So what's up with these mics? Chandler Limited.
There's a Chandler Red, that's a newer one.
Dang, that's a crazy mount.
I know, it's so over the top. That's like a 67.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, I don't know if you've heard of the Corby sound system.
No, I haven't.
The heads come off. They have all these different heads, like 251, 47, 67. They just pop off. C800.
Oh, whoa.
Pretty cool.
So vocals, maybe sometimes acoustic guitar or something?
Oh yeah, 100%. That is a Beyer ribbon mic. That has been used for sure on guitars.
This is old.
Yeah.
M260.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, this is cool. Latch Lake, stereo Coles.
Yep.
Yamaha.
Well, this is old. This is from the 80s. You can load a floppy disk. Awesome. But it is old school MIDI. So it's actually, you can play from the computer. It's pretty cool.
When you're in your control room.
Yep.
And you're sitting there.
Yeah, there's a latency a bit, but I can play it from there. It's more if you play it in here, it records the MIDI in there too.
Oh,
so
cool,
you can edit it and then spit it back out.
Can I put you on the spot and hear this? Can you play a little something?
Let's play it itself.
Okay.
All right. What song you want?
Peaches.
Ooh, Peaches is number 5. See. So let's see. Wow. My daughter was down here playing, my youngest. She's like, Dad, look at this thing I recorded. she played, and I was like, wait, what'd you do? I didn't even know you could do this, but she figured out if you hit record,
Yeah.
it'll record it on the floppy what you do. It's just like playing and then playing it back, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know it could do that. And that's a random find of a piano, but weirdly, it was the only one I had, and that's on so many records. There's this Matt Carney song that people always love the piano sound called Ships of the Night, and all the piano on that is this. This is very chimey.
Yeah. And then you got this 6 just sitting out here. I can take this off your hands
Yeah, I
if you
know,
want.
right? It can find its way on anything and everything. I feel like that's like just the easiest synth ever to use. And I think I picked up these little guys from,
What are those called? Launchers?
yeah.
So you got the coals on those to juice them up a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have to gain them up as much. They do sound a lot better.
What are the pre's that you use on these?
The Rupert Neve Shelford channels.
Nice.
Just because of the EQ, I can
Yep.
kind of dial the whole thing in. But I've used Crane Song pre's as well. And honestly, the Chi-G one that we were talking about, the Chandler, the decomp,
Yep.
that was always on my piano.
Oh,
And that
interesting.
squishy sound was like part of like what I've been trying to get with that.
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured it out yet.